Hey now. So it is Monday, December 26th, day after Christmas. Can't believe it's like been almost a year since I started this project. Still getting through the D's. Man, there were a lot of C's, and the D's are not much shorter. So we're up to Larry Doby. And I talked about before about Joe DiMaggio maybe being slightly overrated. I would argue Larry Doby may be slightly underrated. I mean, you look at his stats, they don't blow you away, but like he was the first, obviously, most of you probably, if not all of you know this. He broke the color barrier in the American League, and he did it about 3 months after Jackie. Jackie came up in April. Larry came up in July, I think like July 5th in 1947. And like he was the first African American in a lot of these American League cities to go around. And racism was not exclusive to the National League cities; it was everywhere. So he and like Willard Brown quit right away, and Larry Doby persevered under Bill Veeck's team. And because of that, he had to endure a lot. He was a 7-time All-Star. He helped lead them to the World Series in 1948, I think the last World Series, the Indians, Guardians, whatever you want to call them, won. His number was retired, but like he just quietly went under the radar for a lot of years. Jackie got all this praise, again, deservingly so. But I mean, Larry didn't even have a chance to go to Montreal, try out with the minor leagues. He went from Newark straight to Cleveland, and he had to face it right away. He did it with class. He did it with dignity. And I'm just very happy personally that in 1998, finally the Hall of Fame recognized him for not only being a great player, which he was, don't get me wrong. I mean, he wasn't like first ballot, oh my God, Hall of Famer, but he was a great player. And in addition to that, like he was a pioneer. There's no question about it. He was a pioneer. And he finally got his due, and he was alive to get his due, which is great. I really like it when these players are alive to see their induction, unlike, let's say, Leo DeRocher, who we'll get to later on. So, quick story about Larry Doby. He got in 98. I remember I bought an autograph of his, and like he was one of the rare ones. Like back in the late 90s, I was only buying Hall of Fame autographs in person or getting them signed in person. But I got Larry Doby baseball just in case. Actually, my father got it. He's like, this guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. This guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So we bought it. He got in. And then he did what every other player at that time did when they get in the Hall of Fame. They hit the circuit, and they hit the circuit hard, which is great. I mean, I got him. I live in Detroit. There used to be a show in Toledo, and they brought in all the new Hall of Famers, and Larry Doby was no exception. And again, because of the fact that he spent the majority of his career in Cleveland, although he did finish his career with Detroit, which I thought was interesting, just a very short period. A matter of fact, there's an argument to be made. He was the first Negro Leaguer to play with the Tigers, which has nothing to do with, I guess, the Hall of Fame necessarily. But anyways, back to Larry Doby. So yeah, he was signing, and I remember at this show, and we'll see this in a little while, a lot of people, the Jackie Robinson baseball just came out with the Jackie Robinson logo on it. And a lot of people were getting his autograph on the Jackie Robinson logo. And I couldn't understand why they would do that. Like, it's not Jackie Robinson, it's Larry Doby. But yeah, those things are valuable right now, which we'll look at in a second. But until then, without any further ado, let's take a look at the autograph analysis of Larry Doby. So again, we're going to go start with the PSA database. And again, the PSA database focuses in really, this is like the later in life signatures of Larry Doby. When he started signing, again, started hitting the circuit hard when he got in the Hall of Fame. What you're looking for here again, and this is, again, it's not a rare autograph. You're looking for breaks between the L, and usually there's a break between the D, not always. But there is a break here. You just can't tell. He takes his pen off the autograph, whatever medium, and he puts it back down. The L is usually the highest thing. With the D, you're looking for a dip, I guess a dip up, you can see right here, and should swing down. And the Y, both Y should come straight down, you can see. And again, very nice, very plain autograph, nothing special here. Again, later in life, he connected D. He was signing until like the last few years of his life, and his autograph did get shaky. I think he died in 03 or 08. I get confused, but obviously after he was a Hall of Famer. So again, autograph is not rare. Again, this is probably just your general. This is signed probably maybe pre Hall of Fame, only because the D, you can see right here, there is a break. There's a break with the L. Again, they all look alike now. Earlier signatures in life, yeah, this is a common signature you're going to see. Breaking the L, breaking the D, Y straight down. I'm trying to find earlier signatures. Like here's an earlier signature. This is probably a career signature. And again, the big difference here is the R's are not pronounced. It's a little more smaller, the R's. You can see right here. The D is open, but you still have the dip. Usually the Y's are all the way through. They're not straight down. Now, here we have a very early autograph. This is 1946. So this is a Negro League autograph. So, yeah, this is when he was still playing with so you can see Newark. He was playing. This is the Puerto Rican League autographs that came out that time. Again, here we have a 1949 full name autograph. But even the Doby is still, you can see here, breaking the D, breaking the L. This is a full Lawrence Eugene. You're not going to see many or any full name autographs. You could see it still comes down. The Y comes all the way across. You still have the breaks. Again, this is not a rare autograph. Looking at my autograph, this is what I got. Unfortunately, it's a little blurry. But again, this is what you want to see. Breaking the L, breaking the D, the dip up, and the Y is coming straight down. I apologize for the blurriness, but it's a really nice, plain autograph. Nothing special. Now, when you go to eBay, and again, I didn't see any fakes on eBay. So again, this is like the 50th anniversary of baseball we were talking about. And again, I was seeing these signed, and I'm like, why would anyone get one of these autographs signed? But sure enough, I mean, these command a premium these days, and they should be. You know what I'm saying? He was a pioneer. And again, he was very good about putting inscriptions, whatever. This is, he was signing before the days of inscriptions were extra or anything like that. There's his debut date, July 5th, 1947. Again, breaks. This is probably a little bit later in life autograph. I mean, they're all later, but like this is towards the end of his life because you can see it's starting to get a little shaky. But again, as we talk about Larry Doby, it's nothing exciting. It's another modern autograph. There's nothing really to talk about. But again, I'm really glad he made a Hall of Fame. And he should be in everyone's collection as a pioneer because he's not expensive. He was a very good player and a great pioneer. Very quiet. Didn't make a big deal about his life. I think it was a pallbearer even at Jackie's funeral. So we're going to talk to a common autograph, to probably one of the most common autographs of all time next, and that is Bobby Doerr. So until then, as always, have a happy new year if this is the last video, and keep collecting.